All right, what is up, everybody? So today I want to talk about something I'm really passionate about, and it's the idea of starting with why. So I think it's great. We're interested in investing and we want to go on this path. The answer is why, right? Where do we want to go, right? Because I think it's really important to whatever you're doing to kind of start with why, to start with the end in mind, right? And so what I want you to do is I want you to get really specific about where you want to go in life. Like you want to invest, are you looking for financial freedom today, right? Because the decisions of where you need to be investing, what you need to be doing change depending on a lot of different things. One, where you're going to start, but most importantly, where are you going to go? Where are you going? Because when we know where you're going, then we can kind of look back, we can reverse engineer the pathway and the processes you need to take to get to where you need to go. But if you don't know where you're going, you're just going to be spinning in circles, chasing squirrels over here, and you're going to get to the end of your life. You're going, what the hell happened? So when you can start with the end in mind, you can reverse engineer exactly the pathway of where you need to go. Now, also, when you have a purpose behind what you're doing, because it's not easy, right? It's very simple. It's very simple of what you need to do. You need to save some money and invest some money, right? And then reinvest it. That's very simple, but it's not always easy because what you're going to need is discipline along the way. You're going to need the discipline to say no to what you want right now, to say yes to what you want most. So discipline is saying no to what you want now to say yes to what you want most. But first, we need to figure out what is it that you want most. And with that, when you set your goals, which should be SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based, whole nother video. But when you're setting your goals, now you have a purpose behind what you're doing every single day. The purpose behind going to that job that maybe you're not excited about going to, right? I'm going with a purpose, right? And when I have a purpose, I can come up with passion. And when you have passion, if you're anything like me, butterfly, butterfly, when you have passion, you damn well want to have intention. So when you set those goals, now you can have an intentional direction of which to pour out your passion into your purpose. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a moment to kind of sit in the quiet sometime and say, like, what exactly is it that I want out of life? Am I looking for something 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road? And what do I want that picture to be? What do I want my investment goals to do? I'll tell you, my first business plan was centered around a couple goals. I was working in the medical field. I was a physician assistant working in urgent care, made good money, right? I'm not squawking. Like we made good money, not so much money that I felt like, oh, I never have anything to worry about. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, and not that kind of money, but surely enough money that nobody was going to help me like put my kids through school for sure, right? I'm not going to get all these assistants, so it's on me, right? What am I going to do? And I've busted my butt my entire life. I know that I can work hard. And so when that time comes, I can pick up 3 extra shifts, every single week and figure that out. But I didn't want to set myself up for that then. I wanted to be proactive about my situation today. And what can I do today to make that time? At the point, some of my kids weren't even born yet, but I'm looking 15 years away into the future that I'm going to have a kid in college. How am I going to pay for that college? Let me start thinking about it today. Let me make decisions today to go out, increase my earnings, make them into investments, and have my investments help to pay for kids' college. So my original business plan was centered around the idea that I wanted to put my kids through college. I wanted to be able to do that. I had a daughter, so I suppose in our culture, I'm paying for the wedding, right? So let me make sure that I'm saving up and investing money today. And what I love about real estate, which is, trust me, there will be videos on this in the future, but what I love about real estate is the idea that I get to leverage other people's money. So not just my own, I could take my own money and leverage that into the investment, but then also, through the power of rentals and mortgage buy downs, I can buy a home, have somebody else rent it and pay off that mortgage to then help put my children through school, right? I give them a good place to live. Like, trust me, there's an inward purpose behind the real estate mission as well for that company that is providing a value to its customers. It's providing a home for people that need it. The secondary benefit, and what we're going to talk about on this channel, is the idea of the fact that them paying down that mortgage then allows that money, that income, that cash flow, that equity, so much in there to be able to pay for colleges, to pay for weddings, and then also to start to develop my own retirement. So I wasn't just relying on a 401k, wasn't just relying on the stock market or Social Security or anything like that. How can I take, if you haven't been able to tell yet, one of my core values is extreme ownership. How can I take ownership today for my life 15, 20, 25, 30 years down the road? What are the decisions I'm going to make today? So, anyways, as you can tell, I'm extremely passionate about this. I want you to sit down. Where are the goals? What are the goals that you want to be able to set up for you and for your family? And when you have that, then we can reverse engineer it. It's a matter of moving decimals around, how much money you need to save and what you need to invest in, etc. There is, I'll put it in the comments, there's an investor calculator that you can actually look for and say, hey, I have a goal. My goal is I'm going to need $1 million to be able to live off of. And what's it going to take for me to be able to get there? How much money do you have to invest now? What do you think your percent returns are? And then how much money do you need to save each month and invest to be able to get you to that number? So I'm going to drop the link below. Drop in the comments, some of your goals, what some of your passion is, and I want to see how I can help to get you there. Just as a tip and tool, if you have not invested in things before, and you're like, I don't know what to put in there for the interest rate in the calculator that I'm going to drop below. I like to use 10%. I'll talk to you in another video how it's not that hard to get 10% returns, actually, in many different things. And again, the beauty to real estate is I'm going to show you how you can blow a 10% return out of the water. Don't think it's true? Stay tuned. Till next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. See y'all later.